Hi, these comments are for AK. This is Michael from bettertoeflscores.com, and this is my free TOEFL writing evaluation service. Uh, I will score one of your writing practice tests for free. And if you like this type of service, go back to bettertoeflscores.com and you will see my TOEFL speaking and writing feedback service. So I have the rubrics here and I'm looking at the email here. So you say, hey, Michael, I hope you're doing great. Please read, evaluate, and score my independent writing practice test. I am having my TOEFL IBT exam next week, so please let me know which areas I need to improve on in order to score higher on the TOEFL writing section. Thank you for your valuable time, and I really appreciate your work of providing free evaluations to all the needy students. You're welcome. All right, so let's get started. So this is what you wrote here. So the question is, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Teachers should be paid according to how much their students learn. Give specific reasons and examples to support your opinion. Okay, so we know what the topic is. Now let's just take a look at your overall grammar and vocabulary usage for a minute. So I'm going to have Microsoft Word take a look at this. So with your editor score, you have a score of 60. That's not good. That means you have numerous problems with grammar, spelling, grammar, clarity, formality, and so on. You can see here some of the issues. Now, the other thing is I'm going to check the document stats to get a general idea on your writing. So your vocabulary is actually high. Characters per word is 5. That's very strong. That it's tough to get that high actually. Your sentence length or sentence structure is more basic at 18.4 words per sentence. Your grade level here is 10.7. So you're not quite college level with the writing. And I use the Microsoft tool because ETS also uses eRater, its own artificial scoring engine for the writing, so it does a lot of similar things. It's going to look at the grammar, the word choice, sentence structure, all of those kinds of things. So if you scored lower with Microsoft Word, I mean, I gotta believe you'll probably score lower with eRater. Okay, let's take a look at three types of errors I noticed in your writing. So the first one, you have teachers are a very important part of our. Notice how this is plural. So I'm going to change this to lives. Number two, the learning capability of every child is different. So when we say every, we have to use a singular count noun after that. And then the third one, you're using a preposition by accepting the method of paying teachers according to the students' learning will create an environment of pressure on teachers as well as on students. So you can't use a preposition in the beginning there. You need a subject, right? So we remove the preposition and we're using a gerund phrase now as a subject. Then one more. It says responsible for providing, and I'm going to say for. Even though you didn't say it, that's kind of what you mean here. So we have to change that to ing. So those are just a few errors. There are many more than that, right? So I think that's going to be an issue. I think that the thesis that you have here, this is totally unfair for teachers who work really hard to guide their students. I think that's an ambiguous thesis there. You need to take the key points from the topics of each body paragraph, then incorporate that into the thesis so that'll give you a little bit better, more coherent organization of ideas. Okay, so based on what I'm looking at, and I think you did better with this paragraph when it comes to your specific examples. I think you weren't as precise in this paragraph there. So you can do a little bit better with the examples that you're using here to illustrate the argument you're making in the beginning of that paragraph. So the question now is, what's your score? So I'm thinking in the 3 area, you have addresses a topic using somewhat developed explanations, examples, and or details. Displays unity, progression, and coherence, though connection of ideas may be occasionally obscured. I think the thesis, maybe you could improve that, and that would improve the structure of your ideas. You also have some inconsistent facility in sentence formation and word choice that may result in a lack of clarity and occasionally obscure meaning. So I'm going to put you at 3.5 out of 5 or 22 points out of 30 because of these competency descriptors that the TOEFL uses for the independent writing task. All right, thank you. And remember that this free evaluation I offer one time, so do not send me any more writing practice tests to grade. All right, thank you.